So, in this installment of Frequently Asked Questions, I have a question for you. Have you been measuring your roofs in RoofSnap and thinking about moving on to the next step, creating estimates in RoofSnap? Because if you're still using an Excel spreadsheet or some other application, you are manually transferring in some method or another the measurements that you get from RoofSnap into a spreadsheet or perhaps another CRM or another estimating platform. And you may find how fast and easy you can build an estimate in RoofSnap and how the documents look and everything once it's generated. It might be such a time-saving factor that making the move would be a good value for you. So we thought we'd take a moment just to go in quickly and show you how to create an estimate from a roof that you've already drawn.
Great.
Is there a question in there?
There was initially.
Yeah. How do you estimate in RoofSnap?
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Absolutely.
So that being said, as you can see here, I have a roof that is drawn and all the lines are labeled. And if I'm going to use RoofSnap to generate my estimate, excuse me, I have to ask myself a few questions right now while the drawing is still open. Mm-hmm. Am I going to put metal at the eaves? Am I going to put metal at the rakes? Where is the ice and water shield going to be installed, if anywhere, on the roof? Valleys, step walls, apron walls, at pitch changes? If any of those things are true, then there are these, what we call sublabels, or what we also call material category labels that we will begin to put on the different lines. And these labels tell RoofSnap how and when to apply certain quantities of different materials. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go right back into edges. Start with my eaves. Tap on eaves a second time. And let's say I am putting metal on the eave edge, a drip edge metal of some sort. So I will have the eave edge highlighted, and let's say I'm also going to put ice and water shield on the eaves. Now as I go back and tap on my eave edges again, you see that I will get additional little labels at each line, indicating that I've added these sublabels. And these sublabels are necessary for estimating in RoofSnap.
I missed one little eave.
Go ahead and get that.
There.
Thank you, Katrina. Same thing with rakes. Let's assume we're going to put metal on the rakes. We have an indicator there, rake edge. That's the indicator for edge metal. And we just have the two rakes on this drawing. Now, ridge. On this one, it looks like it's all hat vents. But if we were going to put ridge vent along the ridges, we would add it and tap on the ridges. Mm-hmm. Let's leave that off. Hips. Well, good news. There are no sublabels for hips. With regard to hips, sublabels don't apply. In valleys, however, we can add ice and water shields. So let's add that sublabel and tap on each valley. And then it doesn't affect us on this drawing, but for step flashing, we can add step flashing and ice and water shield. And for wall transitions, we can add apron flashing and ice and water shield. And at pitch changes, we can add ice and water shield. Really, it's mostly about ice and water shield here. Now, once we've added those sublabels, and you can see here the eave and ice has been added, the rake has been added, we're done with sublabels. Mm-hmm. But there's another question to ask yourself here when you're drawing the roof. What accessory items would I want to have in my estimate? Because you don't have to wait. You can add all of your accessories right now. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and add all the accessories that we can see visibly here from the rooftop.
Perfect.
So I'm going to go into pins, and I'm going to add off-ridge vents. I'm going to add these box vents. There should be, 11 total. And then let's go to plumbing boots. Let's grab the 1 to 3 inch. And then let's go to chimney flashing and add a large chimney flashing kit for this chimney here. These items that you're seeing, these pins, can be customized. And it's based on how you've set up the materials in your office. And that's much more than a frequently asked question. That's, a 40-minute demo for setting up your back office. And we have videos for those, so please check out more of our longer instructional videos for setting up your office and setting up your material pricing. But now that we have these items pinned, I'm going to go ahead and tap on the Done button. Don't forget about setting your waste. So we'll go ahead and say yes. And as soon as I tap on the specifications, because this is where we build the estimate, all of the items, all of the accessory items that we have just pinned to the roof have already begun to build our estimate.
Wonderful.
So from here, it's easy. We start with the shingle. So for the last FAQ, we did GAF. I think we'll go with Owens Corning on this one. So let's add the Oak Ridge. And let's pick a color, flagstone, and tap on done. So now we have a shingle in there. And again, pricing and color options can all be modified through our website by logging in into your account on our website. But let's go to add material. So we can grab the remove and dispose. We can grab the install ice and water shield. I'm going to use, actually, let's use the Owens Corning weather lock. And let's keep it all Owens Corning through here. So let's grab the deck defense. Let's get some plastic caps, starter strip plus, closed valley, T-style drip, T-style rake. You know what? We didn't have any step flashing, so we don't need to load that one in. We didn't have any aprons, so we don't need to load that in. The chimney, we already pinned it, and it's highlighted to remind us that we already pinned it. 6 nails per shingle. And let's go with the Pro Edge, hip and ridge. And the Owens Corning Venture. Oh, we didn't do ridge vent on this one.
You know how you can tell?
Oh, good to know. Hip and ridge cap has a measurement. And as Katrina just pointed out, ridge vent has no measurement. And that is a reminder that we didn't label ridge vent on the ridges. Good call. Off ridge vents, those are all accessories that we can pin, so they're already highlighted. We don't need to add them here. But you know what? Let's grab a tube of NP1 and a can of spray paint. We could grab a dumpster. We could grab pretty much any item here that we want. But I think that's good. So as soon as we've selected all the items, we tap done. And here we have a complete breakdown of all of the items and their sort of line item prices.
Perfect.
We can see the price over here as well. Now, if you're in negotiations with the homeowner and you need to adjust this price, let's say you've agreed to $13,000 flat and you need to get that price down $38.31. There's custom line items. You tap on custom line item and let's do a regular discount and make the price negative $38.31. Hit the save button. And now we're at 13 grand even. Jump down to our documents and generate a new estimate.
Perfect. So that's going to pull in all the info we just laid out.
And then we open up the estimate PDF. And we have a complete breakdown of quantities and pricing and a lot of settings that we have in RoofSnap as well. If you don't want to show quantity, if you don't want to show line item pricing, that all can be turned off. But here we have a completed estimate ready to go. And we even have a financing button that you can turn off and on just to show the customer what the financing breakdown would be if you offer a financing package.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for another FAQ. I'm Jason.
I'm Katrina.
And we'll see you soon.